Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm your host, Lane, and this week we bring you a cEDH matchup with all new commanders from All Will Be One. Each is unique, but all find strength in known combos and strategies. I'm joined by my podcast co-host Kirkules and his brother, the Squee's Knees, along with my longtime friend Mike, who for some reason is just now coming onto the channel for the first time. Prepare yourself for some interesting gameplay. Enjoy. If you like what I do and want to support the channel, there are a few ways to do so. Pick up a t-shirt or hoodie over on our Bonfire store. For sweet playmats, check out our Inked Gaming artist page. Use our affiliate links through TCG Player and Alter Sleeves to get a discount and a kickback to us. Otherwise, you can head over to Patreon and sign up for sweet bonuses for your direct support. We are now streaming on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Pacific right here on YouTube. Stream VODs are available under the Live tab if you prefer watching uncut gameplay. Channel memberships are also available. This is the equivalent to subscribing on Twitch with a ton of cool perks. Lastly, hit those like and subscribe buttons and leave a comment on this video. It's an easy way to help out. Links to all of the above will be in the description below. Now with that said, let's check out our commanders. First up is Squee running the Ezuri commander, Malcator. Because this commander creates a token when entering the battlefield, Squee decided that this would be a great polymorph deck, so it aims to do that quickly and flip into a Hullbreaker Horror or Tidespout Tyrant in order to proceed into a game-winning loop. It's really as simple as that, but becomes quite complex once the combo is in motion. Next up is Kirk running his version of Unctus. This commander functions similar to Grand Architect in that it can make Pilipala blue and then make infinite mana with it. Or there's Isochron Scepter. Really, there are a ton of ways to make infinite mana. Also, you can use creatures like a Phaedo Alchemist to tap and untap itself, generating infinite looting with Unctus on the field. Between infinite mana combos and infinite draw, essentially, winning should be a snap. Coming in third is Mike, who put together the new version of Ezuri for this game. This Simic deck does Simic things, but really relies on getting poison counters on each of his opponents, and then using Ezuri's proliferation ability to start stacking them up. He also wants to proliferate in general to draw cards, so that's the major theme of this deck, and it can get a little out of hand pretty quickly. I'm bringing up the rear, and I've decided to build the Boros commander Neyali. She provides double strike to all of our attacking tokens, so of course we're running a token strategy, but also provides a secondary hand of exiled cards that come off the top of our library for each opponent we attack with a token. This means a ton of creatures that create tokens, cards like Anointed Procession or Mondrak to make even more, and Hate Bears to keep our opponents slowed down. It can get out of hand quickly if we're left alone for too long, so hopefully we can overrun the board. So there you have it. Let's see who ends up the one champion.
Alright, let's see what happens. Chrome Mox, I'm assuming that's going to be resolving.
Yep.
Print a Merchant Scroll. Let's go ahead and, with a blue mana, Brainstorm. Put back 1 and back 2. Scalding Tarns, am I good to crack this?
Yep.
Alright, I will get a Tundra and pass turn.
Drop. I will play an Otawara. I will play Chrome Mox. I'm going to exile Mindbreak Trap to the Chrome Mox, sadly. Blue, I'm going to cast an Phaedo Alchemist.
Gross.
And pass.
I got City of Brass. I'll tap it for a green to play Carpet of Flowers. Shame I can't do anything with it this turn. I'll pass to Isling.
Draw. Commander Tower and pass.
Blue, white, Winds of Abandon targeting the Alphedo, whatever the hell he is, Grifter, Grafter, whatever.
Man, rough. All right, yep, I will go find myself a basic island to feed the carpet.
Let's do a Mana Confluence and pass turn.
Guess we'll play the War Room as the land for the turn. Non-island, you're welcome. Blue, colorless, blue, cast a Clever Conjurer. And if that's good, I pass.
You still only have one island, Squee.
Just the one, yep.
Upkeep, I'll make a blue, actually, yeah. And I'll play my island as my land for turn. Use the blue floating, tap for 2. I forgot to take damage from this last turn, so I'll take that. And we will Narset Parter Avails. I will down ticker. We'll look at the top 4 of my library. Add a non-creature, non-land card. Well, you guys are going to know what happened when I say I'm adding no cards to my hand. I will then pass to Isling.
Draw this card. We're gonna play this Plains. We're gonna pay 2. We're gonna play Squirrel's Hive. So beginning of my upkeep, I lose a life and I get a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature token with Toxic 1 and can't block. But then if I have corrupted, creatures I control with toxic gain lifelink. That's all I got. Pass the turn.
Card for turn. Go Ancient Tomb. And let's see, white and a blue, and I will cast Blind Obedience. Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Sweet. All right. We're gonna go blue, and a colorless. Cast Unctus.
You want to do that with Narset?
Sure do.
Okay.
I will spend 1 blue mana to turn this into an artifact blue creature, so it's now a 3/4. I will move to combat and attack Narset for 3. I will trigger Unctus. I will not draw, but I will still have to discard. I will discard a snow-covered island.
Oh yeah, I guess you do give him +1/+1. Well, damn.
And then I will just pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Nothing happens, of course. Let's see here. So I guess I get 1 mana again. I have 1 floating. I'll use it to play Mana Vault. Cool. Then I will simply pass up to that.
That Mana Vault comes into play tapped because of Blind Obedience, by the way.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Untap. Upkeep, I lose a life. And get a might. That comes into play tapped. I'm aware.
I can't even afford to untap that son of a bitch right now.
Crack the Heath. We'll get Plated. Like to tap for 3 and play this Brimaz that comes into play tapped. We will pass the turn.
Card for turn. Cast a Soul Ring. Probably making a huge mistake here, but I will play a second island.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Playing
I'm
Magic.
getting more mana. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go ahead and 2 generic, blue and a white, and I will move to cast Senor Malcator.
Who?
Brings Golem who? Oh, I need to get some proxied like golems that look like who's. That'd be wonderful. I have a generic I sadly can do nothing with, so I will pass the turn.
Alright, untap. Upkeep. Draw a card. Alright, well, I will play a Prismatic Vista. And sack Prismatic Vista, losing a life, to find an island. I'm going to activate War Room to pay a life and draw a card. I guess I am going to activate as a sorcery only. Tap this to target my island. Trigger Unctus. I will draw and discard a card. Draw. And discard an island. Untapping the island I targeted. And then, for blue and blue, I will play tapped Jace Vren's Prodigy. And then I just pass turn.
On tap, upkeep. I will take 1 damage from the tapped Mana Vault. Thank you very much, sir. Draw off turn. Okay, so I get 2 mana on my upkeep. Yeah, you know what? I'll just use the 2 green. We'll play Incubation Brood. And then I still have 2 mana if I want, but I think we are good.
Untap, upkeep, lose a life. Get a tapped one of these guys. Draw for turn. We play this Goblin Rabble Master. Let us go to combat. We're gonna create a Gobbo. Gobbo gets created on. This is just moving to combat. It has haste, but it gets tapped. Declare attacks. I will send the 1 Toxicate Mike just to give you a taste of your own fucking medicine. Alright, so Ramaz 3/4, he's going at Squee. I'm going to send the additional 1/1 at Mike, because that's where we're at.
So I'm taking 2 damage.
You're
Taking 3.
Whopping 2.
And you get a poison, Mike.
I know.
So it begins.
It's just happening in reverse.
Yeah, I'm looking for a token, but I'm passing there.
Untap. All my stuff. And let's see. Nothing in the upkeep. Card draw for turn. Sea of Clouds. I will go to combat, and Mike coming at you with my 1/1 elephant.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I'm taking it. I got no choice.
You can walk
Tracking
the
that.
1.
Track
For
that
some
commander.
reason,
I'm tracking it. Don't worry.
Phyrexian elephants are 1/1s. That doesn't make sense, but that's fine. I will pass the turn.
I'm going to float a blue mana. Then I'm going to tap Clever Conjurer, targeting my snow-covered island. Trigger Unctus. Okay, good to draw. Draw. Discard a card, you say?
sir.
Well, and then this will untap. I will unfortunately tap Jace Vryn's Prodigy to draw and discard a card, but it will also trigger Unctus, so I'll have 2 loots. So loot 1. Draw, discard Snow-Covered Island. Second draw, discarding Resculpt, and this one will unfortunately flip the Jace to the Planeswalker. I'll use my blue, and this blue, and this one to attempt to cast a Pemin's Aura targeting Clever Conjurer.
I don't like that. I'm gonna pay a blue, and I'm gonna swan song that.
I will attempt to respond with my own swan song. You get a bird.
With your swan song on swan song, that was fun to say. I'm going to preserve some life and mental misstep. Kirkules' swan song.
I have, unfortunately, no response for that. So mine will get countered,
Get a
and then
bird.
Pemin's Aura will get countered, and I will have a bird. I don't have
Gave
a
you the
bird,
bird.
token,
Enjoy your bird.
so I'm going to use my
Hope you
2/2
like it.
flying Drake token, if that's okay.
Comes in tapped.
It sure does.
Sure does.
Sure does. Uptick the Jace to 6 to say your Brimaz gets -2/-0 until end of turn. Or until I'm sorry, it's until
Your next
my next turn. Woo, exciting. And that's it. I will pass.
On tap, upkeep. I take 1 draw. 2 mana floating. I'll say it's green. We'll just use the 2 green. We'll tap Incubation Druid. And we will play Staff of Completion. That Blind Obedience is killing me here. This may come back to bite me. It may not. I don't really care. I'm playing the Lotus Petal since it comes in tap. And then if that resolves, I will pass. I think people
Upkeep.
will love it.
Lose a life. Get a tap thing, but I have 2 here that are untapped. I will draw this card. Play Mother of Runes. Move to combat. Make a tapped Gobbo.
And don't forget, Brimaz is a 1/4 at the moment.
We're gonna go 2 mites at Mike. So honestly, it's gonna be everything at you. These 2 have vigilance, but I'm gonna create another soldier
One
that
that's
is
attacking.
tapped.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Alright, well in that case, how much damage am I taking?
This one comes in tapped, but still attacking. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and it's an additional 2 infect.
As the toxic deck, if I die to toxic, I'm gonna be furious.
Justice.
Justice my ass.
That's what I got.
Wow.
I will pass the turn.
Yeah, this is not drawing goodness, so pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw a card. Move to combat. We're going to swing 2 in the air. And it is going to go at... I feel like if I swing it as lane, it's a worthless attack. Squeeze knees right now, it's a worthless attack. So, Mike, I'm coming your way for 2, buddy. And triggering Unctus for the tapped blue creature.
Alright.
Draw. And discard a card. I'm going to discard Command Beacon. I'm going to tap this for a blue mana. Tap the Clever Conjurer to target the island. Trigger Unctus.
Yep.
Draw. Discard Silver Mirror. I'm going to plus this to 7. I guess targeting... Brimaz again. We'll go blue, blue, and 1. Cast a tapped Grand Architect. I pass the turn.
On tap, upkeep. I will draw and take a damage. So main phase, get I guess 2 green again, because you guys aren't playing any rounds. I'll play Scalding Tarn. Sack it. I'm gonna grab my Tropical Island. So I have 5 floating mana. I'm gonna adapt 3 Incubation Druid. It's 3 counters. I will tap him for 3 blue and attempt to cast Freed from the Real.
Looks like infinite mana.
Then I will attach it to my Incubation Druid. I will sack the Lotus Petal for the 1 blue needed to untap Incubation Druid, and I will get my infinite green and blue mana.
Would you like to play your commander and proliferate your toxic counters? Twice?
No. No, I would not.
I'm
sure?
with his lane on this one.
I would like to, however, play Thrasios.
Uh-huh.
He does come in tapped, but,
Yeah, he does. Got him.
but
Ooh.
he doesn't have to tap for his ability. Let's go.
You
So
don't
what can't
necessarily-
stop you? So what are you gonna
You
find?
can literally
there?
draw your whole
Essentially,
deck.
Yeah.
So essentially,
Yeah.
like, there's multiple ways.
I'm
that I can
F6 essentially. Yeah.
If you all are F6, there's multiple ways that I can win this. I can find Prologue to Phyresis and then cycle my commander with Staff of Completion to toxic you guys away. I can draw my deck, play Thoracle. What do you guys want?